Ladies and gentlemen, the year 2025 is here, and it's the perfect time for a fresh start. Imagine this: you're standing at the edge of a new chapter, one where everything you've ever dreamed of is within your reach. But here's the key to unlock that future. You have to focus on one person you. Right now, you might feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or even lost in the chaos of the world. But the truth is, the most powerful force in the world is not external circumstances, not the people around you, and not even the challenges you face. It's you. And when you take the time to focus on yourself, when you build a solid foundation of self-awareness and self-love, everything else in life starts to fall into place. This year, let's talk about making 2025 your breakthrough year, the year you start focusing on yourself. This is about more than setting goals or following routines. It's about a deep, lasting transformation that comes from the inside out. If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're frustrated by where you are, if you've been chasing things outside of yourself and never quite feeling fulfilled, this message is for you. Stay with me, because by the end of this journey, you will see that you have everything within you to make 2025 the best year of your life. Let me share a story with you. It's a story about a woman named Maria. She wasn't much different from many of us. She had dreams, but also she had doubts. She was a mother, a daughter, a friend, a colleague, and somewhere along the way she forgot about the most important role, the one she played in her own life. She spent years pouring herself into others, trying to meet their expectations, trying to be the perfect partner, the perfect worker, the perfect friend, but slowly she lost herself. She looked in the mirror one day and didn't recognize the person staring back at her. She was exhausted, emotionally drained, and felt like she had no time left for the things that truly mattered to her. But then something shifted. One morning she woke up and realized that she couldn't continue living for everyone else. She needed to invest in herself. She took small, intentional steps each day to rediscover who she was. She started focusing on her health, her passions, her dreams. She found time for herself, not in some distant future, but right then. Every day she made herself a priority. And in doing so, the people around her started to see the change. She became stronger, more confident, and more at peace. She wasn't just giving, she was receiving the energy and clarity to give even more. So if you're wondering how this applies to you, let me break it down. Focusing on yourself in 2025 doesn't mean becoming selfish. It doesn't mean abandoning those you love or turning away from the responsibilities you have. It means taking care of yourself first so that you can show up as the best version of you for everyone and everything else in your life. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about waking up each day with intention, knowing that you are the master of your fate. You are the one who gets to decide where your life goes. Here's the reality: people often get stuck because they are focused on everything but themselves. They're so consumed with what others think, what they feel they should be doing, what society tells them to do, that they forget their own desires. They ignore the very thing that could lead them to the life they truly want. I know it's hard. I know the world doesn't make it easy to put yourself first, but ask yourself this: how long are you willing to stay in a cycle of unfulfillment? How long will you let life pass you by before you say enough is enough? In 2025, it's time to break free from that cycle. It's time to stop letting your circumstances dictate your future. You are in control of your own destiny, and it starts by focusing on yourself. I know that sounds simple, but it's a powerful truth. When you focus on yourself, you elevate everything around you. You become the person you were always meant to be. And that ripple effect will transform your relationships, your career, your health, and your happiness. But how do you do it? How do you make this commitment to yourself? Start by making a decision. The first step is always to decide. No one is going to come along and hand you the life you want. No one is going to show up and magically make everything better for you. It's your responsibility to choose the life you deserve. And that choice starts now. When you wake up tomorrow, choose to focus on yourself, to take action towards your own growth. It doesn't matter where you are right now or what you've been through. All that matters is the decision you make right now to take control of your future. Once you decide, commit to small, consistent actions. You don't have to change everything overnight. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Take one step today, whether it's exercising, reading, journaling, meditating, or simply taking a moment for yourself to breathe. Those small actions will lead to massive transformation over time. When you prioritize yourself daily, you're telling the universe that you're ready for more. The next thing you need to do is get clear on what you want. Most people are walking around aimlessly because they've never truly defined what they want in life. They're responding to the demands of others without ever thinking about their own desires. If you want to make 2025 different, start by getting crystal clear on your vision. What do you want for yourself? What is the life you've always dreamed of? The more specific you are, the more you will start to see it unfold. And then commit to your personal growth. Every single day is an opportunity to grow. Whether you're learning something new, overcoming a fear, or simply reflecting on your progress, focus on becoming better. Growth is the key to unlocking everything you want in life. If you focus on developing your mind, body, and spirit, you will grow into a version of yourself that you've never imagined. Now, here's where the magic happens when you focus on yourself. You become a magnet for opportunities. I know it sounds crazy, but when you show up with confidence, when you make decisions from a place of clarity, when you take care of your body and mind, the world starts to respond to you. People will start noticing you in ways they never did before. New opportunities will present themselves. Your relationships will improve. But this doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you decide that you are worthy of success. It happens when you choose to show up for yourself, even when it feels hard. It happens when you commit to being the best version of yourself every single day. And when you do that, the results will follow. Remember, focusing on yourself is not about ignoring others or becoming selfish. It's about filling your own cup so that you have the energy, clarity, and love to give to others. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so you can help those around you do the same. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So make sure that your cup is full. As we step into this new year, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Ask yourself, where do I need to show up more for myself? Where do I need to invest in my own growth? Your future is waiting for you, and it's up to you to create it. Don't wait for someone else to change your life. The power is already within you. All you need to do is decide to focus on yourself, take action, and watch as everything begins to transform. The world is full of distractions. It's easy to get caught up in the noise, but in 2025, make the decision to focus on the one thing that will change everything you. Your dreams, your health, your happiness, it all starts with you. Make this the year that you put yourself first. Make this the year that you become unstoppable. Because when you focus on yourself, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Now's your time. Step into your greatness and let 2025 be the year where you rise to become the person you were always meant to be. Keep going and don't stop. The best is yet to come. Prioritize yourself for true growth. The speech emphasizes that focusing on yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a way that nurtures your mind, body, and spirit, is essential for unlocking your potential. By taking the time to invest in your own well-being, you become the best version of yourself, which in turn positively impacts every area of your life. Commit to consistent, small actions. Real change doesn't happen overnight. The speech highlights the importance of making small, consistent efforts toward personal growth every day. Whether it's setting goals, developing new habits, or dedicating time to self-care, these actions accumulate over time to create lasting transformation. Empower yourself to create your own future. The speech encourages individuals to take control of their destiny by making clear, intentional decisions about their goals and desires. By focusing on yourself and your personal growth, you become a magnet for opportunities, ultimately shaping the life you want to live and achieving success on your own terms. We all have dreams, aspirations, and goals. But how often do we truly make ourselves a priority in the journey towards those dreams? How often do we step back from the constant demands of the world around us and ask, am I truly taking care of myself? As we enter into 2025, there is no better time to have this conversation. For many of us, the new year symbolizes a fresh start, a clean slate, and a chance to begin again. But here's the truth. The key to making this year different, to truly manifest the success, happiness, and fulfillment we desire, begins with one simple decision: prioritize yourself. Now, let me tell you why this is so critical. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of the world, the expectations of others, the demands of work, family, social obligations, and the relentless pressure of trying to measure up to what society tells us is important. We can easily lose sight of the one person who has the power to make the biggest difference in our lives. You. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean abandoning others or becoming selfish. It means recognizing that in order to be your best for others, you first have to be the best for yourself. The power to create the life you want lies in your ability to focus on your own growth. Think of it this way: when you're on an airplane, what do the flight attendants always say during the safety demonstration? Put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. The reason they say this is because you cannot help someone else if you're struggling to breathe yourself. Same concept applies to life. You cannot give your best to the people around you, your job, or even your passions if you're not prioritizing your own well-being. By focusing on your growth, you ensure that you are always in the best possible position to help others and create the life you envision. But what does it mean to prioritize yourself for true growth? The first step is to recognize that you are worthy of the time, effort, and energy it takes to nurture yourself. The journey of personal growth begins with this recognition. So many of us spend our lives believing that we have to earn the right to take care of ourselves, as if somehow we're not deserving of the love, attention, and resources we put toward our own growth. But that's a lie. You are worthy right now. There is no perfect moment to begin. The moment is now. Think of the times in your life when you felt the most powerful, when you were truly aligned with your purpose. I'm willing to bet that during those moments you were taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Perhaps you were pursuing something you were passionate about, or maybe you were practicing habits that nourished your mind and body. At that moment, you were in alignment, you were prioritizing yourself, and as a result, the world around you responded. Opportunities appeared. You felt energized, confident, and unstoppable. When you focus on yourself, the world responds. People see the confidence and energy that radiate from you, and they are drawn to it. This is where true growth happens. But here's the catch: prioritizing yourself for true growth requires more than just taking a few days to pamper yourself. It's about making it a daily practice, a lifestyle. It's about making decisions that align with the person you want to become, not the person you've been. Every choice you make, every action you take, either brings you closer to your goals or pushes you further away. And the only way to make sure you're moving forward is by consistently choosing to take care of yourself. Let's talk about the importance of taking care of your mind. Your mind is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If your mind is cluttered, negative, or overwhelmed, it will be difficult to build anything of lasting value. That's why prioritizing your mental health is so crucial to your growth. This can be as simple as taking time each day for mindfulness or meditation, practicing gratitude, or engaging in activities that challenge and expand your thinking. When you take care of your mind, you open the door to clarity, creativity, and confidence. You begin to think differently, see opportunities that others might miss, and approach challenges with a new perspective. But mental health isn't just about feeling good. It's about being proactive. It's about training your mind to work for you, not against you. And this takes practice. It requires the discipline to feed your mind with positive thoughts, to focus on solutions rather than problems, and to constantly remind yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. When your mind is strong, you are unstoppable. Next, let's talk about taking care of your body. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. It's the instrument through which you experience the world, so it's critical to nourish it. Many people believe that success is about working harder, pushing through exhaustion, and sacrificing their physical health in the pursuit of their goals. But the truth is, when you neglect your body, you compromise your ability to perform at your highest level. Focusing on your physical health doesn't mean spending hours at the gym every day or following a restrictive diet. It means making intentional choices every day that support your overall well-being. It means moving your body regularly, eating nutritious foods that fuel you, getting enough rest, and managing stress in a healthy way. When you take care of your body, you have the energy and vitality to take on whatever challenges come your way. You become more resilient, more focused, and more capable of handling the demands of life. I want you to think about this for a moment. How often do you push yourself beyond your limits only to feel drained, fatigued, and burned out? How often do you sacrifice your health and well-being in the name of progress, only to find that you've reached your destination feeling depleted and unfulfilled? When you focus on your body, you don't just perform better, you thrive. You're able to sustain your energy over the long term, and you're able to show up as your best self for the people and things that matter most. Your body is the vessel that carries you through the highs and lows of life. If you neglect it, you're only holding yourself back. And finally, let's talk about emotional growth. This is often the most overlooked aspect of personal development, but it's just as important as taking care of your mind and body. Emotional growth is about learning how to manage your feelings, build healthy relationships, and stay balanced in the face of life's challenges. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to get caught up in the emotional roller coaster. But when you focus on your emotional health, you learn how to stay centered even when the world around you feels chaotic. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means learning how to acknowledge your emotions, process them, and move forward in a healthy way. It means understanding that your emotions are a reflection of your inner world, and when you take the time to nurture your emotional well-being, you create space for peace, joy, and resilience. When you focus on your emotional growth, you are able to show up in the world with compassion, empathy, and understanding both for yourself and for others. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing today to prioritize your own growth? Are you taking care of your mind, body, and emotions? Are you making decisions that align with the person you want to become? Or are you waiting for some outside circumstance to change before you take action? Remember, you are the most important investment you will ever make. If you're not taking care of yourself, you are limiting your potential. You are holding yourself back from the life you were meant to live. But when you focus on your growth, when you make yourself a priority, everything else falls into place. The opportunities you've been waiting for will come to you. The relationships you desire will flourish. And most importantly, you will feel a sense of fulfillment, peace, and purpose that you've never known before. In 2025, it's time to focus on yourself. It's time to prioritize your growth and become the person you were always meant to be. The world needs you at your best. Your dreams are waiting for you. And it all starts with one decision to prioritize yourself for true growth. So ask yourself today, what can I do to focus on my growth right now? And take action. The future you want begins with the steps you take today. As we venture into 2025, many of us are filled with excitement and hope for what the year holds. It's a time of possibility, of setting new intentions and making resolutions that reflect the best version of ourselves. Yet, how often have we set big, lofty goals only to see them fade away as time goes on? Perhaps we've gotten overwhelmed by the size of the goal or discouraged by the pace of progress. But let me tell you, this true transformation doesn't happen because of one big moment. It happens because of small, consistent actions that build up over time. The key to success, fulfillment, and real growth lies in committing to these small actions day in and day out. You see, most of us are conditioned to expect quick results. We live in a world that promotes instant gratification. We are used to getting things fast, whether it's through technology, food, or entertainment. We're constantly surrounded by shortcuts, hacks, and ways to get ahead without much effort. But when it comes to personal growth, success, and achieving our dreams, there are no shortcuts. There is no magic pill. The only way to build something real, something lasting, is through consistent, small actions. I know this might sound simple, even obvious, but I want you to truly understand the power of this concept. Every large goal, every dream you have is made up of small, seemingly insignificant steps that, over time, compound into something extraordinary. The truth is, most people fail not because they lack potential or capability, but because they give up too soon. They start strong, get excited, but when the results don't come as quickly as they hope, they lose momentum. They think that because they're not seeing massive change, their efforts aren't working, but that's where the magic lies, in the small, steady actions that compound over time. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. Imagine you decide to run a marathon. Now, you don't wake up one morning and run 26 miles without preparation. It would be impossible. Instead, you begin with small, manageable distances. You start by running a mile, then 2, then 5, gradually increasing your distance over time. At first, it may feel slow and challenging, but with each step, you build endurance. With each mile, you're closer to your goal. And before you know it, those small actions have accumulated into the ability to run the marathon. What may have seemed like an insurmountable challenge in the beginning becomes achievable through consistent effort. The same principle applies to every area of your life. Whether you want to build a business, get in shape, learn a new skill, or improve your relationships, it all comes down to committing to consistent small actions. It's easy to get distracted by the big picture of the goal and forget that every step you take toward that goal is just as important as the destination itself. The progress you make on a daily basis, however small it may seem, is what will carry you forward in the long run. I want to share a story with you about a man named James. James was in his mid-30s, a regular guy with a decent job and a family. He had dreams of writing a book, something he had always wanted to do, but like many of us, he got caught up in the busyness of life. Work, family, and daily responsibilities left him with little time or energy to pursue his passion. Every year, he would tell himself, next year, I'm going to write my book, but the years passed, and the book never materialized. One day, James had an epiphany. He realized that if he didn't start taking small steps toward his goal now, he would never get there. So he committed to writing just 500 words a day. It didn't matter how tired he was, how busy his day had been, or how little time he had. Every day he wrote 500 words, no more, no less. Some days the words flowed easily, while others he had to push through writer's block. But he kept showing up, writing those 500 words day after day, no matter what. Months went by, and James didn't see immediate results. His book wasn't finished yet, and it didn't look like he was getting anywhere. But James stayed committed to his small actions. Eventually, he hit the 50,000 word mark. And then with a bit more effort, the book was complete. What seemed like an impossible dream at the start writing a book was now a reality, all because of small, consistent actions taken every day. James' story is a perfect example of the power of commitment to small, consistent actions. He didn't wait for the perfect moment to start writing. He didn't wait until he had hours of free time. He didn't let distractions or setbacks stop him. He simply made the decision to show up day after day and do the work, even if it was just a little bit at a time. And through that commitment, he achieved his goal. This principle applies to everything. If you want to get fit, you don't need to spend hours in the gym every day. You start with small actions like walking for 20 minutes a day, eating one healthy meal, or doing a few stretches. Gradually, these small actions will lead to significant changes in your health and fitness. If you want to learn a new skill, like speaking a new language or playing an instrument, you don't need to devote hours every day to practice. You start with 5 or 10 minutes of practice each day, and over time, your skills will improve exponentially. The beauty of small actions is that they don't overwhelm you. When you break down your big goals into smaller, manageable steps, they become far less intimidating. It's easy to feel paralyzed by the enormity of your dreams, to think that you need to make a massive effort right away. But by committing to small, consistent actions, you take the pressure off yourself. You don't need to do everything all at once. You just need to do something every day. But there's another aspect to this commitment that I want to address: consistency. Committing to small actions is one thing, but staying consistent is where the real power lies. It's easy to take action once or twice, but real success comes when you make those actions a habit. Consistency is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up. It's not about how big your actions are, it's about how often you take them. Consistency builds momentum. At first, it may feel like you're not making much progress. You may be doing the work, but the results seem slow. But as you continue to take action, something incredible happens. Momentum builds. Small action after small action, you begin to see improvements. You start to notice the shifts. Your fitness level improves, your skills develop, your mindset changes. Momentum makes the process feel easier. What once felt like an uphill battle begins to feel more like a smooth incline. I want you to think about how you approach your goals. Are you committing to small actions consistently, or are you relying on bursts of effort followed by long periods of inactivity? Many people start strong but falter when they don't see immediate results. The key is to keep going, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Trust that the work you're putting in is adding up. Every day you're building the foundation for something bigger, something more meaningful. Here's something to remember: small actions aren't just about the outcome, they're about the process. It's not just about reaching the end goal. It's about who you become along the way. Every time you show up, you're developing discipline. You're strengthening your willpower. You're building your ability to stay focused, to keep going when things get tough. It's about the person you become in the pursuit of your dreams, not just the results you achieve. As we enter 2025, I challenge you to commit to consistent small actions. Break your big goals down into manageable steps and take one small action every day. It doesn't matter how small that action is, just make it consistent. If you do that, you'll look back at the end of the year and realize how much you've accomplished. It's the small steps that lead to big results. It's the daily effort that compounds into something extraordinary. So I ask you, what is the small action you can commit to today? What can you do right now, in this moment, to move closer to your dreams? Take that first step, no matter how small it may seem, and then commit to doing it again tomorrow. Keep Keep showing up, keep taking action, and remember that success is built on consistency. You are capable of achieving incredible things, and it all starts with those small, consistent actions. The journey begins now. Keep moving forward step by step. As we stand on the brink of 2025, there's a truth that I want you to fully absorb. The future you are about to experience is not something that happens to you. It's something you create. You have the power to shape your destiny. It may sound simple, but so many people go through life feeling as if their future is determined by external forces, by circumstances, or by the people around them. We often forget that the most powerful force in our lives is the ability to make decisions and take action, and this power is within each of us. There's a beautiful and empowering truth that lies within this statement: you are the creator of your own future. When you understand this concept, everything changes. It shifts the way you think about your possibilities. It opens your eyes to the fact that you don't need to wait for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the right time. The right time is always now, and you have everything you need to begin creating the future you desire. No one else can do it for you. This is your journey, your life, your masterpiece in the making. It's time to step up, take control, and empower yourself to create the future you want. We often allow fear, doubt, and uncertainty to hold us back from taking charge of our future. The stories we tell ourselves, the doubts about our worthiness, our abilities, our chances, they create a barrier that stops us from stepping into our full potential. But the truth is, you have everything you need right now to start building the life you've always dreamed of. The future you envision is not some distant, unreachable place. It's a reality that can start to take shape today with the decisions you make and the actions you take in this moment. I want to share a story with you that illustrates the power of this realization. There was a young woman named Sarah who, like so many of us, had big dreams but felt stuck in her current circumstances. She worked a 9-to-5 job she didn't enjoy, lived in a city that didn't inspire her, and felt like she was just going through the motions of life. She wanted more. She dreamed of building a business, traveling the world, and living life on her own terms. But every time she thought about taking action, she was met with overwhelming feelings of fear and doubt. She told herself, I don't have the experience, or I don't have the resources, or it's too late for me. But one day, Sarah had an awakening. She realized that all of those thoughts, those feelings, and those beliefs were simply stories she had been telling herself. They weren't facts. They were just limiting beliefs that had been holding her back from stepping into her true potential. At that moment, Sarah made a choice. She decided to stop waiting for the perfect conditions and to start taking control of her future. She understood that the world wasn't going to hand her the future she wanted. She had to create it herself. So Sarah took a small but powerful step. She started researching how to build a business, learning the basics of entrepreneurship, and connecting with others who had successfully made the leap. Each day, she committed to taking one action, no matter how small, that would move her closer to her dream. It wasn't always easy. There were times when she felt overwhelmed, frustrated, or uncertain. But Sarah kept going, and over time, her business grew. She began attracting clients, building a brand, and creating the life she had always dreamed of. She had empowered herself to take control of her future, and in doing so, she created the reality she once thought was impossible. This story is a testament to the incredible power we each hold to shape our own futures. Sarah didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for someone to tell her she was ready. She didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. She simply decided to take control, one step at a time, and let the pieces fall into place. And you can do the same. The future you desire is within your reach, but you must first empower yourself to create it. One of the most important things you can do in order to take control of your future is to change your mindset. Your mindset is everything. It is the lens through which you see the world, and it determines how you approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. When you believe that you are in control of your life and your destiny, you begin to see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. You begin to see the potential in every moment, in every decision, and in every action. To empower yourself, you must first let go of the victim mentality. We've all been in situations where it feels easier to blame external circumstances for our challenges. If only I had more time, if only I had more money, if only I had the right connections. But when you shift your mindset and embrace the belief that you have the power to create your own future, those excuses no longer hold weight. The truth is, you don't need more time or money or connections to start creating change in your life. You need a willingness to take action and a belief in your own ability to create the life you want. It's not always going to be easy. There will be days when you feel like giving up. There will be times when you doubt yourself or when the world seems to conspire against you. But it's in those moments that your true power lies. The ability to push through adversity, to stay focused on your vision, and to keep moving forward even when it feels impossible is what will set you apart. Your future is created by the actions you take in the face of challenges. The moments when it seems hardest to keep going are often the moments when you're closest to breaking through to the next level of your life. The decisions you make every single day are the building blocks of your future. What you do today, this very moment, will determine where you are tomorrow. This is not just about setting big, grand goals. It's about the choices you make on a daily basis. Do you choose to take action even when it's hard? Do you choose to learn, grow, and improve every day? Do you choose to invest in yourself even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain? These small decisions, made consistently over time, will lead you to the future you want. One of the most important decisions you can make is to surround yourself with people who support your growth and vision. The people you spend time with have a massive influence on your mindset and your ability to create the future you desire. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, and people who don't believe in your dreams, it will be much harder to stay focused and empowered. But when you surround yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you, and who encourage you to be your best, you begin to believe in yourself in ways you never thought possible. Another key to empowering yourself to create your own future is to learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Seek out mentors, read books, attend seminars, or connect with people who have walked the path you want to walk. Learn from their experiences, their mistakes, and their successes. Let their wisdom guide you and inspire you to keep going. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are people who have already paved the way, and you can learn so much from them.